I broke my front teeth this morning. I just broke my front teeth. Teeth? Front teeth? Front tooth? I never know. Okay, so look. This is the Okay, enough. I have struggled with consistency since the day I was born. But there's always a but. I've had plenty of time to figure out 1,000 ways to build habits. And since I know a lot of you might be thinking about the bright and hopeful year around the corner, today I'm gonna tell you the one that has changed my game just a week and a half ago. If you wanna jump to that, just go. But first I'm gonna tell you something about myself. Balance has always been a challenge for me, and if I don't think first, I usually wanna go from 0 to 100 overnight. And we all know that that's not usually the best long-term approach. Even though it kinda worked out for me a couple times in the past, but not this time. No. With all this 2020 thing, I started losing my good habits around April, one by one. And once I stopped waking up early, that was it. My mental health went officially through the window, like that. I'ma put you in context. My main habits were waking up at 7 a.m, practicing saxophone, doing some functional training. I'm a certificate personal trainer, by the way. Eating healthy, which for me that's having enough veggies, no sugar, no A1 casein dairy, but that's for another video. And meditate. By the way, I have some guided meditations here in my channel, guided by me, with this beautiful voice. Now, what I tried since March was starting again with all the habits at once. And on top of that, starting new ones at once too. Like, why, Norma? Why would you? Why? So I've been failing over and over. I could do maybe 2 perfect days, then the second day I was still going to bed late, knowing that I'll have to wake up early the next day and go through the whole day with no energy. And that led me to think things like, wait, but wouldn't it be smarter if I just sleep in a little bit so I have the energy to do everything tomorrow? So I ended up waking up late the next day and doing nothing the rest of the day. Because that's what used to happen to me when I woke up late. My mind wakes up in a super different place compared to when it's early. So I went on and off with zero consistency. And that was the story of my life until now. Because I stopped that evil cycle of nonsense by asking myself, why do you want to go from 0 habit to every habit in one day? And my answer was, because I'm in a hurry. I'm 25 and I don't play sax as I want to. I don't have the physical strength that I like to. Because I want to do calisthenics, I want to learn more languages, I want to learn how to longboard dance. And because I feel it's late and I would need like 10 more lifetimes. And because the sooner I start, the faster I'll get there. So if I do each of these habits every day, starting now, I'll get there in my personal fastest time possible. And although that does make sense, the part that didn't make any sense was that in my personal situation at that moment, I wasn't able to do that. In reality, it was my current way to not achieving anything ever, because I was just stopping. So my answer to that was, okay, so you know how you could do it to get there faster, but you're not able to do it right now. So that's automatically off the table, right? Okay, what do we have left? Well, swallowing my pride and my urgency and take it slow. Even though I don't like slow, step by step and little by little, at least I will eventually improve. And I don't know how much time will it take, sorry. But I know I will certainly get there. So I started. I broke down the habits and the anti-habits, and I just started by choosing one of each. I chose the ones that I knew that could set the foundation for the rest of the habits. The one habit was waking up early, for me that's 7 a.m. And the one anti-habit was no sugar. Now you know why anti. I mean, in my mind, for one habit, you need to actually do something new, and for the anti-habits, you need to stop doing something. So yeah, no sugar. And for the first time in months, I could do it. Today is my 20th day that I wake up at 7 a.m. and I don't eat sugar. You know, I mean, in months, I did it. Thank you. And just because when I went to bed, I didn't give a f about being tired the next day, because I wasn't gonna practice or training unless I really wanted to, which it didn't happen. So I could start waking up early, even though I was still going to bed late. But now I'm going to bed between 11 and midnight, earlier than when I was a kid. I don't want to be boring with this, but it is important that you find your one habit that can give you the energy to build the next one. And this 7 a.m. thing and going to bed early, well, waking up early was my main habit. So the fact that I could just focus on that one and not worrying about the rest, not feeling guilty about, oh yeah, I'm waking up at 7 a.m. but I'm not practicing, I'm not training. No, because that was the goal. I was doing great because I was just waking up at 7 a.m. Period. And for you, that main habit could be the very basics, like for example, like me, waking up early, or simply eating healthier, or moving your body more throughout the day, maybe training a little bit or walking, I don't know, the basics. For me, reality was after 12 days that I started to feel my sleeping habits and eating habits kinda solid, so it was time to start adding the rest of the habits. And by the way, I know 12 days maybe seems too long for a person to simply stop eating sugar and sleeping better, but I was in the shit. So the times are completely up to how much shit you need to get together. I had a lot. So this is my example of how I planned my first 4 weeks, clearing the round weeks. I'm gonna put it somewhere here in the screen. This is the minimum I will be doing each week. First, we have 1 hour of saxophone practice, then just one set of the basics of calisthenics, which is push-ups, pull-ups, pistol squats, which I do in 15 minutes. I alternate 1 day of that and 1 day of 10 minutes of HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. After that, I do 3 minutes of meditation, although I ended up doing 5 minutes, except for 1 day I think that I did just the 3. But yeah, I know it's almost nothing, but believe me, this was the beginning of myself discovering the magic of consistency. In fact, I want to talk about the amazing realization that I had, but I don't want this video to be super long, so keep an eye on the next one because I think it's gonna be about that. Then we have an hour of studying French every other day, and the other day just like 10 minutes of going through the hiragana alphabet, Japanese, and for French just quickly reviewing the notes from the previous day, and that's all. So this is just my example of how I am taking it slow. And I want to tell you that you can do it. I'm fucking sure that you can build the best version of yourself in 2020, in 2021, or whenever you want. It's just that you need to know that you can do it. That's like, please know that. And you don't even need all that fresh new year. Okay, this is a new year's resolutions video. Oh my god. But yeah, we're in December and I know it is cool to see 365 times of 24 beautiful hours to smash that button. Smash that like button. Graham, sorry. To smash the day and kill it, 1 day at a time. I don't know, this has been so good to me that I want to encourage you to do it too. And I'm here to help. I mean, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments and I will try to come up with an idea for you. I'm a master in this, believe me. I have like 20 things like this where I write every morning and I make solutions for my problems. And my problems 90% of the times are like how to build habits. That's my life. Okay, so I'm here editing with my laptop and my cat and my ugly face, and no, 90% it's a too high percent, no. But yeah, you get it. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, if you are curious about my realization, it is a good one, I'm telling you. Just subscribe to let the YouTube algorithm know that he or she needs to, oh my god, needs to notify you when I post. So yeah, have a nice day. Oh, and